Hey guys, me Tiffany, welcome back to my channel. Today we're watching episode 6 of ABO Desire. I'm excited for this episode because I know the manipulation is going to be so high today. I'm excited to see just him being saved, Hua Yong being saved from the scary alphas that are supposed to be attacking and kidnapping him and doing all the horrible things to him. And I don't know. It's just like I think there's gonna be a lot of sweet moments this episode. It's gonna be chaotic, it's gonna be messy and stuff like that. But before we go on to the reaction, I do have to remind everybody I will be gone for the next 2.5 weeks for my trip. I'm going like somewhere across the country, so I will not be reacting to episode 7 or 8 and next week, obviously, and the week after, but I will come back and catch up on everything. And if you're not on our Discord server yet, which is linked with my other social media in the description, I will post updates and just kind of like possible schedules for when I'll be releasing certain things. I did say that Reset will be the first series that I will be reacting to when I get back because there's only one episode left, so I was like, let's get it done with. And then so we can wrap up that series. And then my goal is to do ABO Desire and Revenge Love and Whale Store XOXO as the first kind of few series that I'm doing before I do the other ones, just because like it's just the Patreon stuff, I want to get it done and they're easier to film and edit compared to the other ones where I have to I feel like if you know what, this is TMI, but when I'm filming stuff on YouTube, it's cut into usually 4 parts, so it's a lot harder to find a place to stop, cut it, and move on, that kind of stuff. Whereas stuff like ABO Desire or Revenge Love, it's just one straight video, and it's cut the end, cut the front. Most likely I don't have to cut in the middle, and I'm done, kind of thing. So those are easier to kind of get them out faster and all that kind of stuff too. But yes, ABO Desire, my goal is to watch episode 7 and 8 on the 23rd, and then 30th, so the week after 9 and 10, so I'll be all caught up by the end of the month. So yeah, so without further ado, let's watch episode 6 of ABO Desire. Oh, his eyes.
I
can't. I mean, you calm down. I don't know why I keep sighing. Oh. Oh. He hasn't looked at him in the eye. I have to complain. The way he just touched that. The way he's with his fingers. Look at that. With that finger. Sir. That. Because, you know how I said he was dumb and had bad memory? He's still dumb. The door is right there. A normal person needs to go talk to somebody. Either use the phone. Okay, but which one? Face to face. You knock on their fucking door. You're talking. Why are you doing it through a window? Weird ass. He pisses me off all the time.
您怎么会来这儿？人事给了我你的地址。对了，盛总，您之前说上一次的易感期有过信息素紊乱的情况，还因此丢失了一个潜在的重要客户。像之前这样的情况，现在还有吗？最近没再失控过，但不知道为什么，我老是觉得身体很累，浑身没什么力气。如果是 Omega 的话，我就要怀疑是不是 Alpha 对您使用针对性引诱信息素，导致了被动发热。
It is it though. No, it is that, because remember when he was drunk? What like that day he was something going on, and then he was all that, and then he was Hua Yong was I'm gonna comfort you, and he gave him some comforting pheromones, and I think that caused him to kind of have that kind of reaction, right? Does that make sense? I'm guessing that's what's happening. Yeah, because Alpha, because in S tier Alpha, because they're so more powerful, so the other pheromones don't really have much on them. So, but because Enigma is more powerful, it's causing him to kind of have symptoms similar to what an Omega might feel, I'm guessing, right? Does that make any sense? These things. I'm not really well versed in my Omega verse, so I think that makes sense.
不符合先决条件，所以呢，很有可能是因为工作压力太大，导致了一过性的信息素紊乱。盛总，您还年轻，来日方长，您在工作的同时也要注意保重身体。谢谢王医生，我知道了。还有。
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's my reaction to episode 6 of Desire, and yeah, fun episode. I thought it's like just watching them kind of like I guess Shen kind of like just like expressing how much he loves and cares about Hua Yong. I think that's just really fun to watch and very beautiful. Just kind of seeing how him being an alpha, you can see kind of the changes that he has. You know, he's not more like uptight anymore, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to call him, but like, you know, he has a lot of like self-confidence being a S-tier alpha and all that kind of stuff, and now he has to kind of change a lot of weight and all that kind of stuff, and like in many ways it looks like Hua Yong is like weak and like is being controlled many ways by Senyo, but in many ways Senyo is not many ways, in a lot of ways Senyo is the one that's getting controlled and getting the, you know, Hua Yong is the one that's pulling the leash and all that kind of stuff. You know, not just with the whole like pretending to be an Omega and, you know, manipulating all the situation thing, but to the point where like, you know, he has fallen so much in love with him to the point where he changes his habit, changes the way he lives, and do so much for him that regardless about the whole like Omega Enigma kind of thing, like he's just so in love with it. And, like, yes, there is some correlation to obviously the manipulations because Hua Yong is deliberately doing all of these things to make him act the way it is, but just seeing him just like becoming so like dependent, I guess, on him, and also just like just loving and caring and all that kind of stuff together. It was really fun to watch. Honestly, this episode also I don't like Shen Wenlang at all. Like, I still don't. I think he's so dumb. He's a fuck ass idiot. But I was like, I was touched a little bit by him changing all the lights because he doesn't want him to get hurt and all that kind of stuff. But like, this man still, his mouth, he needs to eat like a fucking soap bar or something because his mouth, god damn. And then, but I did like the contrast slightly of like how perfect in many ways they are for each other. Like that one look, Galtu understood and he was able to do all the work together, and it also kind of many ways show his intelligence. You know, Galtu isn't just somebody who is so like in love with somebody, he's willing to do whatever, sacrifice so much stuff, but like no, he's a really smart man who's able to kind of understand all this business stuff and able to do this and explain these, summarize all these things, and you know, he's intelligent as well too, but he's a love-struck boy, you know, and it's Lian I know in Chinese, like he is a big one, he's a big one, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm not sure if like that whole like light thing was in the novel or not, but like I think for me it's just like I want to see more of them throughout the series and just seeing how like Shen Wenlang is gonna change and maybe someday realize that he is in love with Galtu, because like he worries about him, he cares about him, all that kind of stuff, but like it just doesn't really get into his brain about what is happening in his thought process, you know. I think he's like, I don't know, like alpha and betas can be in a relationship together, it's not like they can't, so I just don't understand why he can't like fully process anything. Like yes, okay, in the public's eye, Galtu does have an Omega partner, but like you're an S-tier alpha, you can steal him if you really wanted to, trust me, and Galtu will happily go and follow you, okay? And obviously there's circumstances in this relationship right now, but like bro, you know. And it's like, it frustrates me so much every time Shen Wenlang just walks around in front of his dumbass. It's like, imagine the potential you can have if you are smart. But yeah, I really love Hua Yong. I love him so much. Like, he's not a red flag. I don't think he's a red flag. But he's just a manipulator. He just manipulates a lot. But like, in his manipulation, there is a lot of truth in it too. He was struggling with his susceptible period. You know, he's also like going through things too. He's working. I'm trying to redeem what I just said a little bit about how he's not really a red flag. Well, I've been thinking through it. I'm like, well, he did this and this and this. He like, I can't really say what's happening at the end because that kind of spoils things. But like, I think about like how he was like being all like, you know, sad, and he's saying, and like being like just like, I was hurt and all that kind of stuff, and I couldn't stop laughing because he's so good at acting. It's crazy. It makes me like, oh no, this person, like the tears, it made me feel things too, and I'm like, oh, I can't. But then you think that, oh, this is all acting, and I'm like, he's so good at this, like, 很差, and I'm like, oh, if it were me, I would have folded so early. But yeah, I do have that question. It's like, dude, it's saying that like what's his name? Senyo kind of thinks that the doctor thinks he might have like pheromone disorder or kind of like that, but like I think it really has to do with Hua Yong's pheromones that he had felt when he was I feel like he was drunk. Was he not? No, I think he was. No, he was not drunk. It was like right before his rut, and he was at, you know how he like his like pheromones were like hella thick in the bathroom in that one kind of event. I think when he came back, that's when he got the comforting pheromones. So I think so he wasn't drunk. He was just like in a zone kind of thing. So yeah. So my question is, I think not really a question. It's like my theory is that it was Hua Yong's fault. He doesn't really have any disorders right now. So yeah, that's it for my reaction. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on my social media link down below. See you next time. Bye.